Good morning. Morning, Paul. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, I am. Thank you. Good morning, Panda. Welcome. Good morning, Chris. And everybody else who's just tuned in. You might notice I've had quite a drastic haircut. Morning, Lynn. But it's good. It's good. I got fed up of having longer hair and blowing around. Good morning, Dimple. All right. Oh, double session this morning. Fantastic. Hmm. So I guess you must have nearly had your head shaved, Paul, if that's the case, because mine's pretty short. I've had it this short for since before lockdown. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Showbit and Sally. The great thing about short hair, though, is that you just roll out of bed and give it a ruffle, and you're off. There's no messing around. Oh, right. Uh, Never mind. Good morning, Jenny and Philippa. Hi, Philippa. And Philippa, the other Philippa. Good to see you both, the Philippas. So, welcome everybody, and welcome to all those who join us on the recording. This morning, we're going to do, as usual on Thursday, the giving and receiving practice. And I just wanted to say something about mythic figures in Buddhism. Everybody's heard of the Buddha, the historical Buddha, but there are a whole load of other, over hundreds of mythical figures who represent different qualities and different ways of being. Good morning, Helen and Annie. And one of these, one of the most prominent in the Buddhist world, is a Buddha called Amitabha. And this isn't a historical Buddha, it's a mythic Buddha. And it's a mythic Buddha that is useful in representing, like lots of other mythic Buddhas, representing something. And in Amitabha's case, Amitabha represents love and compassion and acceptance of everybody just as they are, without changing. So it's a lovely figure to bring to mind when we're feeling a bit down. Good morning, Andrea and Sangha Ketu. Good to have you with us. But Amitabha, this mythic Buddha, isn't a god or anything. We're not sort of looking upon him as a god. He just represents the quality of kindness and love and compassion. And he's a red Buddha. He's coloured red, which is the colour of the setting sun. So the setting sun is very accessible. You can look into it, just as you can look at Amitabha. And also red represents the heart, doesn't it? It represents kindness and love. It's warmth and the sense of being okay, in many ways, safe and sound. And in a way, this practice that we're doing this morning it represents Amitabha. When we start to breathe in loving kindness from the universe, as Buddhists, some of us would bring Amitabha to mind. We would be breathing in the qualities of Amitabha. But you don't have to do that. I just mention it because it's connected with this kind of practice. So you might look up Amitabha on the internet and see what you can find. Amitabha, I think. Yeah. Good morning, Isabel and Carol. Good to have all of you with me this morning. So without further ado, we'll get going. I've got a poem to read when we've settled in, and we'll get on with the practice. So just making yourself really comfortable, whatever you're doing. If you're lying in bed or lying on bed, just be comfy, but try and be a bit alert. If you're sitting on a chair or a cushion, then good to sit up as straight as you can without overdoing it. Just in a nice alert posture, but relaxed as well. So off we go. So just taking a few breaths, a few deep breaths, just to help the body to relax. And bringing attention to the contact with the earth through the bed or the floor or the chair. Just feeling the contact with whatever you're sitting or lying on. So it might be all along your back. Might be just your bottom, or your bottom and your feet. And just feeling that contact with the earth, with the bed, with the floor, with the chair. These are all connected to the earth. And it's the earth that's holding us, keeping us safe, keeping us held and grounded. We can let go, we can relax, Relax the mind, relax the body. Just allow ourselves to be at ease. Noticing the breath coming and going. And as much as you can, noticing the sensations of the breath in every part of the body. Definitely in the upper body, the chest moving with the breath, the back of the body moving with the breath. The abdomen and the belly also moving with the breath. And the same for the back and the shoulders. And it's very subtle, but you can also, if you look carefully, you can maybe feel the breath in the bottom and the hips. And the legs and the feet even. Very, very delicate sensations of the breath. If you can't feel them, just concentrate on the tingling and the warmth in the legs and the feet. Moving up to the face and the head, just noticing the top of the head. Can you feel anything there? And then the face. Letting the face relax. Letting the skin of the face and the forehead relax. Be at ease. Letting the eyes rest in the sockets. Nice and relaxed. So this is a poem by Rumi. Be empty of worrying. Think of who created thought. Why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open? Move outside the tangle of fear thinking. Live in silence. Flow down and down into always widening rings of being. I'll read that again. Be empty of worrying. Think of who created thought. Why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open? Move outside the tangle of fear thinking. Live in silence. Flow down and down into always widening rings of being. So that's where we're going in the next 20-25 minutes. Down into always widening rings of being. And we begin very simply, as usual, by following each out-breath, right from the beginning, right to the end. Just relaxing into each out-breath. And when we get distracted by thought, just seeing this as a normal part of meditation and letting the thoughts go and coming back to following the out-breath. Not making too much effort with this, just allowing each out-breath to appear and following it till it disappears. And as we breathe out, we might imagine that we're breathing into spaciousness. The spaciousness that grows and grows as we breathe into it. Until this spaciousness is vast and boundaryless, all around us, in front, behind, at the sides, even above us and below us. A vast field of spaciousness, full of serenity and peace, full of loving kindness. And we're breathing into it, becoming part of it. Not making any effort, just noticing the out-breath, breathing into this vast space, coming back every time we're distracted. Just relaxing, letting the out-breath relax our bodies each time a little bit more. Flowing out, breathing out into this vast spaciousness. And when we're ready, we're going to start following the in-breath instead of the out-breath. So this time, breathing in, following each in-breath from start to finish, and breathing in this vast spaciousness, breathing in the loving kindness and the serenity and peace from this vast spaciousness. Breathing it into our bodies, into our being. Breathing in the peace and serenity. Breathing in the loving kindness. Filling our whole being with love, opening our hearts. And healing all our wounds. All the difficulties in our lives. Making us whole. Helping us settle. Helping us to feel perfectly okay and happy. So as we breathe in this loving kindness, you might notice what effect it's having on you. How it's nourishing you. Helping you perhaps to accept yourselves as you are. Healing everything that needs healing. So just enjoying that sense of being healed for the next minute or two. So having looked after ourselves and taken care of ourselves, we can now take care of others. So bringing to mind somebody you know, maybe more than one person, who really needs help. bringing them to mind as an image or just a sense of them in your imagination. And when you're ready, continuing to breathe in the loving kindness from the universe, but this time also breathing it out, breathing it into them, giving these people or this person whatever they need, helping them to heal, helping them to be happy, caring for them, breathing the loving kindness into their lives. And imagining them responding to this breath of loving kindness. Imagining them responding, looking happier, relaxing maybe, having a sense that they're being healed by this breath of loving kindness. Taking away all the pain and suffering, anxiety, anger, helping them to be happy. And in our imagination at least, we can see this happening. And when we're ready, we can begin to broaden out this loving kindness breathing. We can begin to breathe the breath of loving kindness over the whole world, over all sentient beings in the whole world. First of all, over all human beings, all 7+ billion of them. All of them very much like ourselves, having good days and bad days, finding life quite hard sometimes, worrying. Some of these people in famine areas, some in war zones, some being hit by disease and infection. There are those who are well, those who are ill, the young and the old, those about to be born and those about to die. Breathing in the loving kindness from the universe and breathing it out into each and every one of them, giving them exactly what they need in their lives. Healing the wounds, making them whole, helping them to be happy. And in our imagination, this is possible. In our imagination, we can see all these people responding to our loving kindness. We can notice them becoming happier, more content with whatever situation they're in. And now broadening out even further, breathing the breath of loving kindness into all animals and birds, water creatures, even insects, even the tiniest life forms. All of them struggling to make the best of their lives, all of them experiencing fear and discomfort and pain. So breathing the breath of loving kindness into every animal, bird, insect, water creature, every living being. Helping them to live their lives. And noticing that all these animals, they too respond to our loving kindness. They too begin to feel safe, begin to feel happier. Finally, breathing our loving kindness into the earth itself, into the whole of nature, into the rainforests and the deserts, into the mountains and the valleys, the plains, the rivers, into the whole of the natural world. breathing loving kindness into it all, helping it to heal, helping it to thrive. Maybe in our mind's eye, we can see this happening. We can imagine a better world, a stronger earth, a resilient earth, benefiting from our loving kindness, benefiting from our care. So in the final moments of this meditation, just letting go of all effort now and just sitting with your experience, whatever that is. Just noticing how it feels to be here right now. Just noticing what's happening without pushing anything away or getting caught up with anything. Just observing how it is right now. Well, I hope that's set you up for the day. And we don't just need to do that practice in meditation in the morning. We can carry it on through the day. We can imagine during the day that we're filling ourselves up with the loving kindness of the universe, and we can continue to breathe it out over all those that we meet, breathing loving kindness into their lives as well, in all sorts of ways. And if we do that, then the world does improve, the world does become a better place, and other people do benefit, and we benefit as well. So it's really worth doing. Loving kindness has this sort of reciprocal benefit. Everybody wins. It's a win-win. It's a win-win thing, is loving kindness. So maybe try to remember that during the day and spread a little more love in the world to yourself and others. Anyway, that's me for this week. Joe will be here tomorrow at 7 o'clock, and I'll be back. I'll be back on Tuesday. No, I think I'm back on Monday, actually. I've got a feeling I might be back on Monday. But anyway, I'll see you next week sometime. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves and lots of love to you. Bye for now.